Hello, friendos and bendos, it's me, Z, and I'm making a Pokemon tier list because you need to know my opinion. The reason you need to know my opinion is because I'm correct all the time, and you need to know that I'm correct all the time and share my opinion. So let's get started. Um, so I've recently actually replayed or played most of these games like within the past month or two. You actually could have seen that I did a first time playthrough of Yellow on the channel a bit ago. I played through more of the game after the stream, a good chunk of the game, and I can safely say, without a shadow of a doubt, that Pokemon Gen 1, Red, Blue, and Yellow, I'm just going to use Yellow in this case, F tier. Dog shit game. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Z, Pokemon Gen 1 was like super influential and necessary to exist, alright? It's the foundation for the rest of the Pokemon series. I know that, okay? I know that, okay? Listen, just because it's foundational doesn't mean that it's above criticism, alright? Just because you have nostalgia for it doesn't mean it's above criticism, and my god, this game. Oh my god, this game. There's so many things in this game to dislike. Oh my god. Alright, just gonna list them off, okay? Pokemon movesets, garbage. All right. The bag limit, garbage. A lot of the battle animations, garbage. I know you may be thinking, okay, see, they did it on a Game Boy cartridge. Okay, if the game was gonna suck, maybe you shouldn't have made it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's see what else. Most of the battles suck. The rap mechanic, fucking, oh my god, I hate rap and bind in this game so much. What else is there? Oh yeah, there's the dungeons that are garbage. Oh my god. Rock Tunnel, Mount Moon. Oh my god, shut up. Stop putting me through these garbage ass dungeons with random encounters every goddamn second. And repels, I don't give a shit about repels, okay? Because guess what? I have to keep going into my bag and redoing all the repels, and repels are like fucking. They take like 50 feet. That's like nothing, okay? I'm walking for like 3 seconds. The repel's done. Fuck that shit. What else is there? Just overall, nothing really fun or interesting about this game. It's also super duper fucking slow as well. Every second I'm playing this game, I'm thinking to myself, when does this shit get fun? And when you're asking yourself when does this shit get fun, that's when you know that the game you're playing is bad and sucks. So Pokemon Yellow, Gen 1, for what it is, I respect it. I respect it, but just because I respect something doesn't mean I have to like it. Gen 2, I'm going to put it in D tier. D tier, it improves a lot from Gen 1, like a lot. The game's faster, the game is better graphically. Of course, that's what you expect from a higher tier console. Pokemon movesets are a lot better. I feel like um, what else is there? I feel like the Pokemon, the difficulty of battles, I'd say, is roughly the same, but like I'm less annoyed when I battle in Pokemon Crystal. What else is there? Overall, it's just like an improvement, but like there's nothing in the gameplay loop to make you like really want to stay playing the game. How do I say this? Okay, so video games, in my eye, all right, there's story and the gameplay. They do a balancing act. Okay, you can make up for a shit story if you have amazing gameplay, and you can make up for shit gameplay if you have an amazing story. All right, that's why things like visual novels and Bing Bing Wahoo Mario platformers can exist. All right, Mario platformers can allow themselves to have shit stories that make no sense because their gameplay is so good, and visual novels can allow themselves to have bad gameplay if their stories are good, okay? And that's what also leads to there being bad visual novels and bad platformers, you know? Because you can have a platformer with a shit story, and the gameplay does not make up for it, and you can have a visual novel with a shit gameplay, and the story does not make up for it. Pokemon Crystal, it could have worked out with the shit story if it had good gameplay, but the gameplay loop is so boring. It's so tedious and boring. Okay, you're walking and you see a Pokemon, you're walking through the grass, you random encounter, you get a Pokemon, you're like, God, I want to run away, and you can't run away. Fuck, I gotta battle this thing, and I battle this thing, and I get like fucking 2 EXP, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this. And then there's like sometimes where like you battle a bunch of trainers in a row, and like, oh my god, trainer battles I think might be the worst thing about like most Pokemon games. I think because the only value you get from them is money and XP, and both of those things, they don't fucking matter. But they don't fucking matter. You might be thinking, money matters. No, it doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't. Okay, like you can like subsist off of like 10 Pokeballs and like 10 potions for like a good chunk of the game, okay? You do not have to go so hard with the money. It's really not that important. Like, honestly, and it just gets to a point where it's just like, fuck, I have to go through this entire dungeon, and it's like fucking every trainer's like one Pokemon. That sucks. So I'm just like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Nothing interesting. I might as well just have a fucking podcast on in the background. And at a certain point, I'm like paying more attention to the podcast or the audiobook than I am the game because it's like, what is there to interest me? I think the worst part about this is like, it starts off so bad with Sprout Tower. Sprout Tower might be one of the worst dungeons of all time in Pokemon because it's just fucking Bellsprout, 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 Bellsprout. Oh my god. Can I have one bit of variety? Can I have one bit of variety, please? Can I have nothing? No, it's just fucking Bellsprout, Bellsprout, Bellsprout. It's just God, and it just that same attitude just carries on throughout the game, where it's like trainers are not interesting to battle. Most battle encounters are annoying. All right, most of the battle strategy is really lackluster. Like sure, most Pokemon like actually have stab moves now. Like in Gen 1, every Pokemon is like one shitty stab move, and then they learn a better one at like level 50, and it's like okay, I don't want to have to subsist off of Ember for the entire fucking game. At least in Gen 2, they're like, okay, you can have a Razor Leaf, and then you get to upgrade to Solar Beam. You know what I mean? Solar Beam's not that great, but you know what I mean. Okay, but it's still just I would not I would not say that my time playing Pokemon Crystal was well spent. Gen 3, let's do RB RSC. I'm thinking to myself C tier. C tier for RC, and I'm gonna put Fire Red Leaf Green in the same tier. The battle mechanics and the graphics and the speed of the game so much more better, but it still suffers from a lot of the same problems. I feel like trainer battles still aren't very interesting in these games. I really just hate trainer battles. Like they're so annoying, and I feel like they don't offer anything very interesting aside from when I say trainer battles very big. I mean like in the root trainer battles. I don't mean like gym leaders or like evil team leaders or rival battles. Those are different. Those are different. Those can be fun. I'm talking just regular ass trainer battles. Not very interesting. They have good environments though. I like exploring them more, but the dungeons are still like going through caves. And of course the HMs. Oh my god. Oh my god. First of all, Hoenn, what are you doing? Too much fucking water, okay? I don't want to have surf and dive and waterfall on every goddamn. Oh my god, it's so annoying. It's so annoying, and also I feel like at this point you should be able to play a Pokemon game and like actually still want to catch Pokemon. I feel like at a certain point you're like, I really don't want to have to spend time running around in the tall grass looking for every single goddamn Pokemon in this game and having to run away from things or having to, fight every wild encounter because you don't want to waste the XP because it's like, Jesus Christ, like what is the methodology of this? And the reason I think it is because Pokemon just the battle system is so slow. Like not like you can have fast turn-based battle systems. Persona 5. But like seriously, you can have a fast battle system. You don't have to like I'm gonna click battle and then click this move and it's gonna go Pokemon use move and then it does the animation, then enemy Pokemon use move, does the animation, it's like, oh, you get buffeted by the sandstorm, and then you get hurt by the poison, you're like, oh my god, just let me play the game, please, let me play the game, please. It's just I feel like the games are getting progressively better at this point, but there's nothing hooking me. There's nothing hooking me, and it's like, why are you not hooking me? All right, Gen 4. Diamond and Pearl's dog shit, but Platinum is fine. Platinum C+. I think Platinum is the start of Pokemon games that I didn't regret playing. I think Platinum, as it is solid. There's still a lot of issues that it carries on from the previous gen. Still having single use CMs, what are you doing? Still having HMs like the way they did in Platinum, what are you doing? Things like the Marsh, like the Great Marsh, what are you doing? Okay. Trainer battles still sucking. Random encounters still sucking. Dungeons still sucking. A lot of the boss battles feel a little weird, like especially the not Team Plasma, Team Galactic ones. They still feel weird, and the story again, story's dog shit does not make up for the Bareborn's gameplay. It's just what is there to enjoy? Like contests? Really? You're gonna play contests? Are you sure about that? Um, just it's just a very bog standard RPG. It's like nothing really that intriguing or interesting. Um, the best thing about it is like this is the first Pokemon game where I feel like every Pokemon has a use. Like I feel like I could beat the game with a team of like any different fully evolved Pokemon or like Pokemon that can't evolve any further. I feel this is the first game where it feels like I can do that, and that's a plus. It's a little weird that it took until the fourth generation for that, but sure. Heart Gold Soul Silver. I don't like Johto. I just don't like Johto as much as I like Sinnoh. And Sinnoh, I already like. I'm kind of on. The thing about Johto is that I feel like. I mean, we all know the Johto memes, all right? Where are all the new Pokemon? What's happened to the level curve? And that's true. But also, just like this game does not make any like changes meaningfully to improve the quality of life of Crystal. Improves graphically, yeah, improves speed wise, improves moveset wise, and just generally abilities and physical special split. Those are great. Those are awesome. I love those things. But like the game itself, there's no meaningful evolution. And now you may be thinking, oh, it's a remake. Remakes are just supposed to, be the same game, but like updated for the new graphics and new systems. And it's like that's fair, but no point in remaking a bad game. You know what I mean? No point in remaking a bad game if you're gonna keep it mostly bad. Okay. All right. Let's do a good game. Pokemon Black and White. A plus. Fucking phenomenal game. All right. Listen, this is the thing about Pokemon Black and White is that it still shares a lot of problems with these previous entries, but it does a lot of things to like fix them. First of all, story. The story is great. Like I said before, a bad gameplay can be made up for with a good story and vice versa. All the annoying things with general like 2D Pokemon gameplay are made up by the amazing story of Pokemon Black and White. Every character is just blooming with personality. Every encounter with Anne or Team Plasma or a gym leader, the fucking final battle, the fucking castle, Anne's castle rising to the Pokemon League. It's like Jesus Christ, is this a Pokemon game? Like I thought Pokemon games had stories where you're a fucking little bitch. You're a little bitch who does nothing with his life. But no, Pokemon games are like now they're like, oh fuck, oh this is cinematic. Holy shit. There's also the fact that first of all, the moving animations really fun. That's not like a big thing, but what I mean by that is there's a lot of different ways to encounter Pokemon now. The rustling grass I think is an incredible feature. All right, rustling grass is an incredible feature. You might be thinking it's a little not that important, but like no, I think it like actually spices up the gameplay a lot. Like genuinely, like you're walking through a field and you see rustling grass, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta smooth through the weeds or the rustling dust in the case of the caves, and you're like, I gotta go into this place and I get a cool Pokemon, or a rare Pokemon or an Audino or a cool item in the case of the rustling dust. I feel like that just adds a little bit to the gameplay that I like. All right, infinite TMs, fuck yeah. HMs that aren't required to go through the story. Did you know that? I mean, it's just something I find fascinating that Gen 5 was the first time the HMs were not required to beat the story, okay? You have to use cut once, and like you get a free monkey right next to you. You just get the monkey, you teach a cut, you cut down the tree, you never have to use an HM again if you don't want to. And all the HMs in the game are like useful, right? Fly, surf, strength, useful. Those are useful HMs, okay? You don't have to use fucking Rock Smash anymore. Thank God. Thank God for no more Rock Smash. I fucking hate Rock Smash, okay? And Flash is an infinite use TM now. I mean, I'd rather not have to use Flash, but at least I can use it one time and then forget about it ever again, and I have to like not worry about having to use it again. But I remove Flash from a Pokemon, and I'm like don't have another Flash TM. You know what I mean? That is so great, and just everything about the game, the graphics, the sound design, the music, just every fucking theme of this game is banger. It's a banger on banger on banger on banger on banger, and just overall, if I had to say one criticism about this game, it's that, first of all, it doesn't fix, like, the gameplay issues are still there from the older games. Like I said, they're mitigated by the story, but, like, still, a lot of times I feel like certain trainer battles are still a little annoying. Like, it's made up for. Like, a lot of them still feel like they have more purpose. There's a lot more mini quests with trainer battles and stuff, and I feel like they have a lot more variety when in terms of Pokemon. But still, I feel like something could be done there. Also, there's a lot of online functionality that was like is no longer available that like takes away a lot of features in the game. That being said, I have a lot of those same criticisms for Black and White 2, but Black and White 2 is peak fiction. This is the best 2D Pokemon game by far. Obviously, I think the biggest issue with Black and White 2 is the tutorials. Like, I will admit, this is the beginning of like Pokemon's extreme tutorialization. Like, they have tutorials in the older games, but like Pokestar Studios and Joint Avenue, holy shit. The crazy part is, those are great features. I love Pokestar Studios. I love Joint Avenue. Those are amazing, but I feel like a lot of people would have probably skipped over those if would have probably skipped over those because of the intense tutorials. Actually, the music club like thing, the musical thing in Black and White, that's also mandatory. That also sucks. It also does suck. Like genuinely, like now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, for Pokemon games, they're fucking amazing. For games like in general, they're good. But like also I have nostalgia for Black and White 2. It was my first Pokemon game. I'm sorry. Yeah, I admit, alright, things were better when I was 12. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. But Black and White 2 just fucking amazing. Better Pokedex, great characters. You see the character progression. So much insane shit. Fucking gets his freezing opposite city. What the fuck? Okay. Just so many great stuff. So many different areas to explore. So many different cool Pokemon to find. It genuinely feels like you can explore now and like feel like, oh, what Pokemon am I missing in this area or this area? You know what I mean? Because they have a lot of Pokedex features, which I really enjoy. There's a lot of side content too, and it feels just like it just feels more realized. You know, it feels like you're really going on a journey and you're having a blast, and it's like, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Woohoo! Let's go to shit now. Pokemon X and Y's dog shit. I hate this fucking game. You might think to yourself, Ziggy, but what are the meaningful differences between Pokemon Gen 5 and Gen 6? I mean, they both have non-mandatory TMs, and they both, I mean, HMs, and they both have infinite TMs, and blah, 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 blah. First of all, the game's piss easy, and not in a fun way, alright? The game gives you, like, 5 different overpowered Pokemon, and not only that, every boss fight has, like, 3 Pokemon, and they only have 2 moves, and it's like, Jesus Christ, okay, whatever. A lot of the new mechanics are really bad, or non-explored very well. First of all, they got rid of Rustling Grass. Why? Okay, you get back with horde encounters. Horde encounters, I feel like could have had some more use. Okay, I feel like you could have done something a bit better with the horde encounters. The story's bad, 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 bad story. Mega Evolution, despite being this new gimmick, is not used well in the story. There are certain points in the game where it feels like a fucking slog to go through. Alright, the stretch from the first gym to the second gym generally feels like ages. Alright, Lumiose City is fucking nauseating to walk through. Genuinely nauseating to walk through Lumiose City. The swamp area, fuck that area. Just playing this game gives me the ick. It's the playing this game makes me feel like I'm gonna puke in my fucking mouth. Okay, I fucking hate Pokemon X and Y. Orash is good. Orash is good. It improves meaningfully on a lot of stuff. The Dex Nav, one of the greatest features in Pokemon. Like genuinely, I love the Dex Nav. Soaring, great. The game's still piss easy, but like it's not as like most Pokemon games are piss easy, okay? It just has to be how you like manage the piss easiness, and I feel like Oras manages to do it well. Like I genuinely think that's like Oras Steven is like pretty hard. I'm enjoying that. You know what I mean? The story is made better by the fact that like you have graphics now. You have actual graphics. The Delta episode's pretty cool. You know, just overall, I feel like there's more stuff to pay attention to in this game, and this is like an actual meaningful improvement. Because the thing is, Pokemon Crystal is a bad game, so Heart Gold and Soul Silver not doing any meaningful changes makes it so that like Heart Gold and Soul Silver is like still an A game. Emerald is a fine game, so the improvements made by Oras are like, wow, this is a good game now. It went from fine to good, whereas before Crystal went from to okay, and Gen 1 went from to okay. You know what I mean? So I think Oras is good. Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon. I'm gonna put Sun and Moon in A tier and Ultra Sun and Moon in A plus tier. But I think you can make a case for Sun and Moon also being an A plus tier. The difference is that Sun and Moon has the way better story, but I feel like the gameplay elements in Ultra Sun and Moon improve so much that you're like, all right, I need to gush about Sun and Moon and Gen 7 as a whole so much. Okay, let's just do all the things. Pokepelago, Holy fucking shit, Pokepelago. All right, you get so much functionality. You get to interact with your Pokemon a lot more. I feel like Pokemon Refresh is much more integrated and much more fun to do than Pokemon and Me. Um, that was in Gen 6. Pokemon Me, by the way, really cool feature. I love that feature. Let's see, what else do you have? You have Ride Pokemon. Oh my god, finally getting rid of HMs. Thank the Lord, okay? Totem Pokemon are the best boss battles in the series. Period. They're the best boss battles in the series. Period. We need to do more tone battles. They just feel they're more difficult. They feel more integrated with how the lore of the region. I really like how they feel more integrated with the lore of the region. The story, I already mentioned that, but also there's a lot of side content that's really great. You know, you have the collecting of the different stickers and the Zygarde cells, and you have Mantine Surf and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and you have going through the Ultra wormholes and stuff, and discovering the different Ultra worlds, and Pokemon calling other Pokemon is a great feature. I don't know why they got rid of that. It's an amazing feature. I love the different lore elements with that, like Corsola calling Marini, or being able to get a fucking level 10 Salamence. We all love level 10 Salamence. I remember going and like finding a Snorlax like very early in the game because I like there's this little area where you could like use Tauros to brush through the rocks, and then you could find Munchlax, and then over time you could like use like adrenaline orbs and stuff to find a Snorlax, and I'm like, holy shit, you know. This is the first game where like I genuinely shiny hunted because I was having fun shiny hunting, you know. There's different area variety. I feel like the tall grass and like stuff, they don't feel imposed on you. Like you don't feel forced to go in them. Trainer battles, they're a lot more fluid and stuff. I feel like in the older games, the reason the trainer battles are annoying, you know, I mean, they're still kind of annoying in this game, but they're much more easily avoidable and they don't feel as annoying. So I like that a lot. Just overall, Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, they're great. Let's go Pikachu and Eevee. I mean, it's not as bad as it's not as bad as the Gen 3 and 4 games in C tier. I'm gonna put in C plus tier, I guess. I would rather actually no. I think C plus tier is very fair. I think getting rid of the battling part in catching Pokemon was an interesting decision. There are parts of it that I think smoothed it out, but there's also parts of it that I'm like, I kind of miss. I kind of miss, you know, like whittling a Pokemon down and like putting it to sleep and stuff. But at the same time, it's like sometimes you knock out a Pokemon. It's just like, why are you punishing me for knocking out this Pokemon? Just let me catch it at least like one time, please. Overall, Pokemon. This is the first game with overall Pokemon. Overall, Pokemon are superior to wild encounters in every way possible. Just period. There's nothing I think that random encounters do that overworld encounters just don't do superior. Um, EXP Candy, I this is the first game with EXP Candy. I think it doesn't not as good as the later games do it, but I still enjoy that. There's a lot of more emphasis on catching Pokemon. I just think that overworld encounters. The reason I enjoy them so much is because you get to see the world feel more vibrant. There's falling Pokemon as well. You get to ride Pokemon as well. Kanto without the mandatory HMs also fucking beautiful. Thank you. And the dungeons aren't as annoying with overworld encounters because you're not stepping every few seconds and it's like, oh, gee, dude, oh, geez, man, oh, Tentacool. No, it's like, oh, I can just move around them if I don't want to, and I actually feel incentivized to catch Pokemon with, you know, with the like catching streaks and stuff. I don't know, I just like it. Sword and Shield. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. The thing about Sword and Shield is like, at a certain point, it tricked me. When I first entered the wild area, I was like, oh wow, this is like actually kind of fun. And then I went through and I was like, oh wow, so we're at brand new world to explore. Fuck Sword and Shield, man. Story's bad. The pop in is atrocious. The graphics are not good. The general gameplay of like running around and catching different Pokemon, it gets annoying at a point because it's like you encounter a powerful Pokemon, it's like you can't catch it. It's like because you don't have a gym badge. You're like, fuck. And you gotta go get the gym badge and you go back and it's like you still don't have enough gym badges to catch this Pokemon. And you're like, fuck, And it's crazy because at the beginning, like encountering that like what level 20 Onyx is like so crazy. You're like, oh wow, but it's so powerful and I can't catch it right now. But I gotta get stronger and then come back and like you catch the Onyx. You're like, woohoo! But then you get to a certain point where it's like, just let me catch the goddamn Corviknight, please. Just let me get the Galvantula, please. Is that a problem with you? Now voice acting at this point is fucking embarrassing. it's an embarrassing thing, okay? Genuinely, I'm embarrassed when I play Sword and Shield and like I got to the Pierce cutscene. I'm like, he's not saying anything. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Dynamax and Gigantamax are not well thought out in terms of like how the game uses them. Use them like at specific points, like either in raid battles or in the gym battles, and it's like they're not that exciting. Like aside from like the initial, ooh, wow, my Pokemon's big now. Ooh, two big Pokemon fighting. Ooh, it's like the same old gameplay, same old, same old. Oh, I'm gonna just one shot your Pokemon. Goodbye. Camping way less enjoyable than Refresh and Amiibo were. What else? You got Curry. Fucking what's the point? I don't really enjoy Curry. Watts. I feel like bringing back. I feel like splitting TMs and TRs were like a good idea, and I feel like reusable TM. The problem with reusable TMs in the old games was that you you were scared to use them. It's like you could never get another copy. All right, TRs you can get multiple copies, so it's like you feel less bad, and I feel like it's a good idea. But I feel like the rate of launch is like really bad, and then also like the bike is really annoying because it's like it's a sprint bike. You're like, ooh, I sprint a bit, and I'm like, ooh, I slow down. It's like, what the fuck is the point of this bike? You know what I mean? I feel like you go back to trainer battles not being very fun because again, they're just not. God, I have such a poor opinion on trainer battles. I'm going to talk about why when we get to the Legends games. I feel like trainer battles just depend on like the rest of the game. Like if I'm enjoying the rest of the game, trainer battles are not as annoying. It's such an interesting video topic I want to talk about. Legends. I mean, Scarlet and Violet. I'm actually still currently playing this game. I'm like halfway through. I only put in B tier. Now, don't get me wrong. Scarlet and Violet might be the ugliest piece of shit I've ever played in my entire life. Generally, one of the most disgusting looking games ever. I look at this game and I'm like, holy fucking shit. Why am I'm gonna pluck out my eyes, alright? But then you also have no voice acting. Really? No voice acting? Writing on Maridon feels so weird to do. It feels so weird to do. Picnicking fucking sucks. Just sucks straight up. The Terra raids are so much worse than the Dynamax dens in Sword and Shield. They feel so much less rewarding. So you might be thinking, why am I putting this game in B tier if I said all those dog shit things about it? The reason is I think the exploration is just that good, man. I think exploring around, seeing different Pokemon, just fucking climbing over things, the gimme ghouls, the different items around, the different TMs, like you spawn them around, you get added to the list, and you're like, oh, I want to catch this Pokemon or battle these Pokemon so I can get enough items to craft this TM for my team, and it's like, oh, you can actually catch Pokemon now that are too high level. You just can't control them like before. You know what I mean? And it just feels a lot more fluid to explore through this world, this open world, and you're like, the world's your oyster, and you can do whatever the fuck you want, and you can encounter Pokemon that you've never seen before, and you're like, holy shit, I can't believe I never knew that a Shuppet was in this area before. I never saw a Shuppet before. Or, oh my god, is that a Gabite? Oh my god, I'm gonna get that Gabite. Is that a Terra wild Greavard? Holy shit, I can't believe that. It actually happened to me. It was real fun. And I feel like the different storylines are the story of this game is really good. The champion storyline, the Dynamax Titan Pokemon storyline, the Team Star storyline. Team Star storyline is the worst one, not because it's bad, but because the gameplay is bad. The Let's Go feature is so fucking bad. Let's Go is actually really fucking bad. Like I think about Let's Go feature, I'm like, holy shit. Like I don't wanna do this, man. And then I'm like, uh, I'm gonna put Oras in B plus, but so that because I'd rather play Oras than Scorn and Violet. Like genuinely, Loker genuinely. Like I'm thinking about, it, I'm like I have fun playing Scarlet and Violet, but it's like it's bad. It's not good. It's not good. It's not a good game. It's a fun game, but it's not a good game. And I think that applies to a lot of these games. But like Scarlet and Violet more so than anything. It's a fun game. It's not good. It's not good. Like the battles suck. But I think the incentivizing of trainer battles with rewards, like at the Pokemon centers, really good. I actually really like that. But it's like, oh man. Legends Arceus is the best Pokemon game. Bar none, the oh my god, the feeling of walking around these open lands, different environments, catching different Pokemon, sneaking up behind them. You can catch them without having to enter battles, but also you can enter battles, and it feels so much fun. It feels so much fun to explore wild alpha Pokemon chasing after you. Okay, when you encounter like legendaries like the fucking forces of nature, it feels really great. You can get any Pokemon you want. You can easily complete the Pokedex in this one single game. You don't have to trade for anything. Okay, that's awesome. But also, even if you had to trade, you could still encounter like Wild Alakazam and Wild Gengar, and it feels great. This is the game that like it just feels like this is Pokemon's potential. You know, if the game wasn't as ugly as it is, it would like be like fucking peak. It'd be peak fiction. Okay, the game's a little ugly though. The story's also not that great, but like overall, Legends Arceus is really great. Legends EA. Legends EA is A plus tier. I'm gonna put it above Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. The reason Legends ZA is an S tier is because like I feel like they went backwards with certain elements. Only being able to explore Lumios, I think that was a bad decision. Like, I feel like you should have had more areas. Because, like, at a certain point in the game, it feels like you don't have anything else to do. Because, like, it's like each area feels like they get smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's like they have, like, 3 new Pokemon, and then you catch them and, like, okay, I'm done with this area. Goodbye. But there's also some great stuff. The battle system is the best one. I feel like real-time battling is much better than turn-based. The whole, where is it? When it turns to night and you have the battle zones, there we go, the battle zones. That feels so much. It feels so much better. Like this is the first Pokemon game where like random trainer battles, even though they're not like really random trainer battles, you know, but like it feels better because like you can sneak up on them and there's different challenges for you and it feels a lot better, you know. And you have the Team Flare woman Mabel, her challenges and stuff for catching Pokemon that really incentivizes you. I feel like just overall, if the game had more exploration, had a better exploration element, or even just had abilities. Like, Mega Sun was some fucking dog shit. Yeah. I don't know what I said in this video. I feel like at a certain point I lost track. But I'm saying this right now. While you look at this tier list, I want you to know this. A Pokemon game tier list is different from an actual video game tier list. What I mean by this is that this is by Pokemon standards, alright? If I were to put up, like, Legends ZA up to, like, a fucking real-ass video game, alright? If I would put it up to, like, Persona 5 or, Spider-Man PS4, fucking B tier, man. C tier. Like, but putting them against other Pokemon games, like, you can see where they improve, where they don't improve. I think I'd make a video on, like, what I think the ultimate Pokemon game is gonna be, or, like, would be. In my honest opinion, I think that, like, Pokemon needs to, like, find, like, the ultimate formula and, like, just make the ultimate Pokemon game. And they just, I don't know. I could do an entire video on what I think the ultimate Pokemon game would be. But anyway, that's been it for me, Z, with this video. It's bad, but my opinion is completely correct. And if you want me to iterate on certain points, don't ask me to because I won't. I'm kidding. You can comment down below and ask me. Please subscribe. Donate to my Ko-Fi. I'm poor. Please buy me food. Please buy me food. I'm gonna starve to death. Yeah, that's right. I'm guilt tripping you. I'm sorry. I don't know where this video is headed. I just wanted to upload something. Goodbye.